Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. It's November 25th, Tuesday. You're here at the CHAOSS Weekly Community Call. This is the week of U.S. Thanksgiving, so it's a light crowd. A lot of CHAOSS meetings are canceled, as we'll talk about in a sec. But yeah, I'm glad you all are here. And if you want to add your name and tell us something you're grateful for, that'd be great. You don't have to, though. If you don't want to, that's also valid. Quick reminder, this is under the CHAOSS Code of Conduct, so just keep that in mind as well. Obviously, you don't need to turn your camera on or off. Like, you can leave it off. We don't care. It's pretty casual here. Yeah, so let's jump right into the agenda. We have a super quick meeting, I think, today, unless you know, if you want to add something, there's plenty of room here. I'll just do your agenda item. Your agenda item. So if somebody does have something they want to add, by all means, knock yourself out and put it on the agenda. But so sorry. If not, then yeah, this is pretty much it, I think. So yeah, just a reminder, some meetings are canceled this week. The ones where the folks are mostly based in the US have decided to cancel, which is totally fine. People are traveling and stuff. These are the meetings that are going to go ahead because they're, are not in the US mostly. So they're still around. So they're happy to meet. And of course, just check the calendar for if as soon as I hear of a meeting canceling, I will remove it from the calendar. Also, we are generally going to be off December 8th through January 5th. I should bold that for our end of year break that we take every year. There are a few groups that have decided to meet maybe like that week of the 8th because they're kind of missing, with this week is off, and then if they miss that week, then they're not going to see each other till January. So which is completely fine. But there's a few that have decided to have a meeting. So just make sure if you're attending a working group that you check to see. And also, I don't know what's happening back there. I have dogs and cats and a zoo going on, so I don't know what's going on, but I hope that nothing is permanently damaged. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just check the calendar and we'll try to keep that updated as we can. Yeah. So, and if you have any questions, you can just ask in Slack. I'm sure somebody will answer you. Not a problem at all. So I will stop there and ask if there are any questions. Oh, there we go. I think you all have been in the CHAOSS community for a while, so you already know the deal about the year-end break. Looks like someone's adding something as we speak. Meeting on December 10th, yep. We're all watching in real time as Damien shares the news and then joining the off time. Okay, fair enough. I think I reflected that on the CHAOSS calendar, but if I messed it up, Damien, just let me know and I'll fix it. I think that's what I put though. Any other questions, comments? Anything to share about that? I think people have mostly stopped asking why we do such a big break, but it is really just for our own burnout protection to make sure that we're not burning ourselves out. So there's a lot going on at CHAOSS. We're busy, so it's pretty much just for our own mental health, our own stamina as we come back in January, refreshed and renewed, and it's just better for everybody. So yeah. Okay, well, we'll move on. There is a new Slack channel if you're interested in talking about data stuff called Data Engineering. I think I saw they're also going to be adding in like data architecture, that kind of stuff in that channel as well. So anything data related, if you're interested in those kind of conversations, feel free to join that channel. It's not a formal working group or anything. It's just a Slack channel just for chit-chatting. So feel free to join that. And that is the limit of my knowledge about the channel. So if you have questions, I probably can't answer them, but you could ask in the channel, I'm sure. Or Callie's in there, I think.
Yeah,
Well.
I would be able to answer. It's just focusing on the data engineering side of things versus the data science working group being more data science.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with those conversations. It's kind of interesting for sure. All right. Does anybody have anything else to add to the agenda? So quiet. Okay. Well, we do have some reminders. Chaos Con. Oh, there's a chat here. I haven't been paying attention to chat. Let me go over here. Oh, Mary Blessing says check Slack, Damien. Gosh, slacker. So no, don't forget about Chaos Con EU. How could you? It's like pretty amazing. If you are planning to go, we have not opened registration yet, but that
Yeah.
yeah. Mary Blessing is going to be facilitating, hopefully, and being the MC if we can get her over there. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Um,
Yeah.
and of course, it happens right before FOSDEM, which if you've never been to FOSDEM, it's an experience. So definitely like a bucket list kind of thing. You should try it once. You know, you don't have to go back, but definitely it's worthwhile to try once. The deadlines are coming up soon for these CFPs in in their dev rooms. There's a few here that might be of interest to people. Community, databases, different kind of a lot of stuff. I didn't see one on metrics in particular, but yeah, there's a lot that are, overlapping with what we talked
There's a
about.
research one, and then there's an HPC big data and data science one. And the community dev room also tends to be open to having metrics talks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some really interesting ones. So, and if you are not familiar with the FOSDEM style, each of these dev rooms is its own kind of mini conference. So each of the folks that are working to facilitate, manage these developer rooms are responsible solely for picking the talks and everything. So it's very what's the word I want? Siloed, I guess, maybe. I don't know if that's really the right word, but it is kind of each little independent thing going on underneath this FOSDEM umbrella. So if you
Decentralized.
decentralized, there you go. That's a much better word than siloed. I think that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Don, but I think that if you had a talk that fit into more than one, you could easily submit to both or more than one dev room. That's correct, right? Because they're not really talking to each other. It's not like one is, not accepted.
I don't remember. Because they have centralized it. It didn't used to be like this, but they've centralized it into all one system. So all the calls for proposals happen in a single system. But you could probably submit the same talk to multiple dev rooms.
Okay, just more than once. When you submit, do you have to pick just one dev room then that it fits in?
I don't remember, and I didn't submit into any of the dev rooms this year
Okay.
because I have learned that I overcommit in the whole FOSDEM week and then I'm exhausted. So I'm just not submitting anything to FOSDEM because I'll be at CHAOSScon and probably, and I assume State of OpenCon is still happening.
Yeah, I love that. You know what? Future you is going to be so happy that past you took care of that and did not overcommit you to stuff. Because it's so
I'm
true, right? Like sitting here in your office, you're like, oh yeah, I could do that. That sounds fun. That sounds great. And then you actually have to do it. It's like, why? Why did I do
Yep.
this? So,
I
so
just did that in real time in this call. I was like, oh, maybe I'll submit to the data. And I was like, and actually, I'm not going to do that. I will be on PTO for like half the time between now and then and have a lot of things and then just close the link. So,
Yep.
excellent. Excellent work, Callie. Well
Yeah.
done. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
you know what? The other one that is good is the funding the FOSS ecosystem dev room. That also might be a good one to submit talks into if you're doing data on funding.
Yeah, also
It
just
was really
FYI.
interesting last year. I know Georg and Kevin presented a paper with or presented a talk with Johan Lineker, and it was really good. So
Yes. So you have until December 1st to figure it out on most of those dev rooms and to have that internal battle of past you and future you if you really want to commit. Yeah. Any other comments about FASTA that anybody wants to make? Scale is also coming up. It is also has a December 1st. It's a great conference, as Dawn knows. She's been there several times, And yeah, it's always really well done and super fun. So if you have any questions on that, ask Don, because Don will know the answer. I will also say that it overlaps like by one day or something with the America's Got Talent. So you'll, if you're familiar with that TV show, it's like Simon and I don't know their names, but like it's like, up on the stage. Yeah. So I think it's like one of the pre things. It's always very silly, yes. And I always take, whenever I go, I take a picture of like their little locker room, dressing room crates that they are moving. Anyway, yeah, it's a weird overlap, but it's cool. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
because it
interesting.
overlap in the same convention center. So they're like in the other part of the convention center that Scale is in. So it's literally just right there.
Yeah, it's like kind of weird. And they start the contestants start to line up very early. So you'll see like just a big line of folks. It's kind of funny. Yeah. And then finally, LF Member Summit. Ooh, who added this? That's great.
I did. The CFP just opened like
Fantastic.
week.
Yep. So,
And this is an invite only Linux Foundation event. So the only way you can go is if you're like the nominated member of your company. Companies get a certain number of seats. Or if you can get a talk accepted, then you get to go. Otherwise, you can't just, this isn't just an event that you can show up at.
Oh, can Chaos nominate one?
So that's changed over the years. So it used to be that the entire board was invited to the member summit because
Oh,
that was where a lot of projects had board meetings. That was before the
okay.
Linux Foundation had a bajillion projects. And so last year they gave us one ticket. So that was what we got last year. I don't know if they're going to continue to give us tickets or not.
Oh well, that's sad. But yeah, thanks for sharing them.
Yeah, we'll see. But if you want to go, submit a talk. That's the easiest way to get to go.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a fun challenge.
and Napa is lovely. So if you like to drink wine, there you go. You're in the right place. I love Napa. Okay, well, I don't think we have anything else. I think we're good. I know that there were folks that were thinking about talking about Chaos Con, but I don't see Georg here. Is Georg here? I don't see Georg here. And he has like most of the stuff, I think. So yeah, I don't know. But I will stop here. Thank you everybody for coming to this really quick, short meeting. I hope for those in the US, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving, and we will see you here next week. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Great,
stop
thank
sharing.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Happy
See ya.
Thanksgiving.
Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.